Our next topic is strong acids, weak acids, strong bases and weak bases. As we know that according to Arrhenius concept, acids are those substances which produces hydrogen ion when dissolved in water, and bases are those substances which produces hydroxide ion when dissolved in water. Strong acids are those substances which completely dissociate in an aqueous solution and gives higher concentration of hydrogen ion. In an aqueous solution. So strong acids are those substances those acids which completely ionize in an aqueous solution and gives higher concentration of hydrogen ion. Are those acids which completely dissociate in an aqueous solution and gives higher concentration of hydrogen ion. For example, HCl. When HCl is added to water, it produces hydrogen ion and chloride ion. Here, HCl solution contain hydrogen ion and chloride ion. Here all HCl molecules are dissociated into hydrogen ion and chloride ion, and this HCl solution does not contain any undissociated HCl molecule. So this HCl is strong acid. Strong acids are also known as strong electrolytes because they are completely dissociated into the ions and conduct electric current up to large extent. So that's why these strong acids are also known as strong electrolytes. Weak acids are those substances which partially dissociate in aqueous solution. Are those substances which do not completely ionize in an aqueous solution. Are those substances which do not completely dissociate in an aqueous solution. So that's why we can also say that those substances which are partially dissociate in an aqueous solution known as weak acids. And weak acids are those acids which gives lower concentration of hydrogen ion. So weak acids are those acids which do not completely dissociate or completely ionize in an aqueous solution. Are those acids which partially dissociate in an aqueous solution and gives lower concentration of hydrogen ion. These acids are known as weak acids. For example, acetic acid. When acetic acid is dissolved in water, it dissociated into the acetate ion and hydrogen ion. Here, this acetic acid is weak acid. It partially dissociate into acetate ion and hydrogen ion, so that's why it is represented by double-headed arrow, because this acetic acid solution contain undissociated acetic acid molecules also along with these acetate ion and hydrogen ion. So here this acetic acid is partially dissociate into ions and gives lower concentration of hydrogen ion. So that's why this acetic acid is also known as the weak acid. Weak acids are also known as weak electrolytes because they are partially dissociate in aqueous solution. They do not completely dissociate in aqueous solution. So they conduct electric current up to small extent. So that's why these weak acids are also known as weak electrolytes. Strong bases are those bases which are completely dissociate in aqueous solution. Are those bases which completely ionize in an aqueous solution known as strong bases and gives higher concentration of hydroxide ion. So those bases which are completely dissociate in an aqueous solution are those bases which are completely ionized in an aqueous solution and gives higher concentration of hydroxide ion known as strong bases. For example, when NaOH is dissolved in water, it produces Na positive and OH negative ions. Here, all NaOH molecules are dissociated into Na positive and OH negative ions. So, it is known as strong base because this base is completely dissociated into ions, are completely ionized into ions. Strong bases are also known as strong electrolytes because they are completely dissociate into the aqueous solution. Weak bases are those bases which are partially dissociate into aqueous solution. Are those bases which do not completely dissociate in an aqueous solution, known as weak bases, and gives lower concentration of hydroxide ion. So weak bases are those bases which partially dissociate in an aqueous solution or which do not completely dissociate or completely ionize in an aqueous solution and gives lower concentration of hydroxide ion known as weak bases. For example, NH4OH ammonium hydroxide. When it is dissolved in water, it produces ammonium ion and hydroxide ion. Here, this ammonium hydroxide do not completely dissociate into ions. However, it is partially dissociate into ions, NH4 positive and OH negative ion, and it gives lower concentration of hydroxide ion in solution. So that's why it is known as weak base. Weak bases are also known as weak electrolytes because they do not completely dissociate into ions. So, strong acids and strong bases are also known as strong electrolytes, and weak acids and weak bases are also known as weak electrolytes.